April Fools, everyone! Everyone needs a breather, a cleanser. As I enjoy watching anime, but let's just say certain titles I do for my main series have been more work than pleasure. So I think it's time to take a bit of a Crunchyroll Cleanser and talk about the series I've been watching on the side for fun. But I'm going to keep it casual, as I don't plan to do a deep dive on any of these series, just give some quick thoughts. So let me take you on a quick trip as we cleanse our anime palettes. For those who thought my February block was lacking in actual romance series, I agree. But I was watching some romance series on the side, such as Science I Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. Basically just two scientists who are awkward when it comes to romance, so they break the ice and flirt under the pretense of they're just doing experiments to scientifically prove that love exists, even if they're too dense to figure out that's what they're doing. It's simple but fun. We get a nice kiss at the end, and I like the chemistry between the two. A bit basic, but a good time, and we are getting a season 2 soon. Speaking of romance, people convinced me to give Rent a Girlfriend a try. And you know what? It sure was a setup for a harem series. Shows off the 4 girls and establishes their bid to the main guy. Not huge on the main guy's indecisiveness, but he isn't the worst harem protagonist I've seen. But I think people give him a pass because he likes to shake his soda can, and that makes it easier for the intended audience to relate. But I think I just prefer more setup and theme to a harem series. Something as simple as what Quintessential Quintuplets did, with the focus being on which of the 5 sisters he ends up with. But Rent a Girlfriend is kind of average, but I think the second season will help determine if I have any stronger feelings about it. Another popular series I tried was God of High School, and it was very stylish, and the action was very well choreographed. But the main issue was that its narrative is paced just too fast. Not enough time is spent giving the viewer time to breathe, as new powers and characters are thrown willy-nilly. I understand trying to get as much of the source material in as you can, especially if you don't know if you're getting a second season, but the pacing really threw me for a loop and sucked some of the fun out of the series. But oh well, at least you got the webcomic. For a series I had a ton of fun with, there's My Next Life as a Villainess. Girl gets isekai'd into her favorite visual novel, but as the main villainess who encounters her doom at the end of every route. So, our protagonist must use her previous knowledge to make sure she doesn't end up dead. The problem is that she's an idiot, and unintentionally makes every romanceable character in the game fall in love with her by just being the lovable idiot she is. I enjoy a lot of the humor as you mix it up depending on which of the bachelors or bachelorettes she's with, as well as making fun of visual novels and their tropes. Plus, Katarina's 5 brain cells giving commentary on the situation is just the icing on the cake. Plus, it's one of the few harems where if they end it with a harem ending, I wouldn't be mad. All of them have great chemistry with Katarina, and what can you say? Everyone loves Bakarina. This is probably up there with Bofuri as one of the most fun series from 2020. Lastly, a friend and I have been watching Haikyuu, and I'm about 3 seasons in. And yeah, I don't want to say the Haikyuu fans were right, but the Haikyuu fans were right. Haikyuu is really good. Up there with Aisho 21 and Slam Dunk as my favorite sports series. It definitely plays with the realm of possibility, but never ruins the illusion that this could happen. But it knows how to write characters. Each member of Karasuno, from its core members to the notable substitutes, have an arc to go through as they get ready for the challenges of making the Miracle Run to win nationals. The opponents they face are rather unique, and how they challenge Karasuno, from which players excel to what strengths they had, which highlights the complexity that goes into volleyball. Plus, the explanations they give on how the sport works helps make any viewer think they could be an armchair coach posting on Reddit on what X team should do. Plus, the animation is top-notch, making it a joy to watch. I love our team of lovable idiots, and I want to see them win nationals. But that's my brief closure on what I've been watching for fun. I'll probably do another one of these videos again whenever I get enough series for it. Right now, I'm planning to check out the Digimon remake, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Heaven's Design Team, so there's a little insight on what you can expect next time. But if you got any suggestions for a series to throw on the list, go ahead and leave a comment. But see you tomorrow for another F3 video as I cover another series on Funimation.